Hey guys, it's Kelly. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're making Instant Pot beef and broccoli, and I'm also going to be adding some extra vegetables, you'll see. And we're also going to be making egg roll in a bowl. So these are all the ingredients I need for the Instant Pot beef and broccoli. In the back there, I have salt, pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder. That's going to be used for seasoning the meat. And then I have some crushed red pepper and the chili garlic sauce. I have some brown sugar, sesame oil, and soy sauce. I also have 2 cups of water that I've added the beef flavored Better Than Bouillon to, and some crushed garlic. So to get started, we're just going to get everything in the bowl and mix it together. Now I started with 2 cups, which is plenty for this Instant Pot recipe, but I am going to add a little more liquid, you'll see. So that was about a 1/4 cup of soy sauce, a tablespoon of the sesame oil, and here I'm just doing 4 heaping spoons of the chili garlic sauce. I'm really just eyeballing that at this point. Then I'm going to put in some crushed red pepper flakes. I'm going to put a little bit of garlic and also that brown sugar. And once we have that all mixed together, it's going to be time to season up our meat. So here I have 2½ pounds of stew meat, and I'm just going to season that. I'm just doing it to taste with the salt, pepper, onion powder, and garlic powder. Put as much or as little as you want. You can also use flour. I ended up doing a cornstarch slurry at the end. If you do saute it in the flour, it does make the sauce a little thicker during the cooking, but I just didn't do that on this day. So I put a little olive oil. I set it to the sear saute function, and I'm just kind of scraping the bottom as I'm browning it because I don't want to get the burn notice on the Instant Pot. And now I'm adding my 2 cups of the beef broth that had the 1/4 cup of soy sauce in there. And then I'm also going to add another cup of water. So I have about 3¼ cups of liquid in here. And the only other thing I'm going to add to this right now before I put it under pressure is a small onion that I've diced up. We're not going to put the other vegetables in until it's done. Once I had everything in the pot, I decided I wanted a little bit more spice, so I did add a little more of that chili garlic sauce and a little bit more crushed red pepper. And to cook this for the 2½ pounds of meat, I'm doing it at 15 minutes. Once that's up, I'm going to let it do. Now I'm getting started on my egg roll in a bowl, and I'm just using 3/4 pound of ground pork. That's the meat I prefer to use, usually pork or pork and shrimp if I have shrimp. I'm adding some onion that I've diced up. That's to taste, so is the garlic. And once it's browned up, I added a few green onions that I had in the fridge, a little bit of soy sauce, and just a little bit of the sesame oil to the meat because I do like to flavor the meat first. Then we're going to start adding the coleslaw mix. My store only had this huge 2-pound bag this week, and I had nothing else to do with it. So I just had to kind of add it in batches and let it cook down because otherwise I just would have wasted it. So I figured we cooked this up and we did end up eating most of this. So I added a little more of the soy sauce, about a 1/4 cup then, to the coleslaw mix, some sesame oil and some rice vinegar. Once I had all that coleslaw in there and it was nice and cooked down, I just put a lid on it and waited for everything else to be ready. The Instant Pot was done cooking at this point, and I was letting it do a natural release. So I'm just getting my veggies ready. I should have taken them out of the freezer sooner because I didn't want to put them in totally frozen with the meat and the sauce. But I'm using that whole bag of broccoli and then the stir-fry vegetables, which have like peppers, carrots, more broccoli, water chestnuts, and I did have some peas in my freezer, like not enough for a dinner, so I figured why not throw those in. So I put those in my microwave just on the defrost function for a few minutes. So here we are now. It's been natural releasing for 25 minutes. So I'm just gonna get the pressure out and then I'm gonna see how it looks and give the meat a taste test. So I took the meat out here and the 15 minutes with the 26-minute natural release was just perfect for the 2.5 pounds. And here's how my sauce looks, and I definitely want it thicker. You don't have to do that. But I'm just taking some of the sauce and I'm going to just do a cornstarch slurry with a couple tablespoons of cornstarch and dump it right back into the Instant Pot. After I added the cornstarch slurry, I did put it on the sear saute function, and that was for about 10 minutes. It got super hot, so at that point, before adding the veggies, I did just put it on the keep warm. So I got all my veggies in there, and then I just put the lid back on for about 10 to 15 minutes, and then it was perfect. It was time to serve it up. Here's our dinner plated up. It was really good. I've also made this in the crock pot. Only difference is I sear my meat on the stovetop first, put it in the crock pot, and I do always add my veggies close to the end because especially broccoli, it's just going to be mush whether you're doing it in the Instant Pot or the crock pot. But that's it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new here and you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to have you around. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. See you on the next one. Bye.